Hey guys, everybody that's here, welcome. Exactly. Wait to see if anybody else comes in today. Well, I might as well start getting ready. Nobody else wants to be here. You see 30% for this one. Check see if that is first, isn't it? Hey Joey. I have not run this one pretty much since I broke it in. This is my zo1B O'Donnell's buggy. And it's pretty much as new as it gets. I pretty much built it, broke it in, put it on the shelf. Merry Christmas to you too. I don't know how many people I'm going to get during this live today with being this close to Christmas. I can't see. I was debating whether to do this one today or not, but I figured I had some stuff to do anyway, so I figured it'd be a good day to just at least get. I wanted to run this one because I brought it back out here. This engine is very tight. I know that from when I ran it before. It needs all the heat. It's been kind of nuts. Enough heat. Yeah, 40 degrees. Man, I keep meaning to fix one of these blower magnets because it stays sitting on here. Watching all the bubbles finish coming out of the fuel line where I pulled the blow igniter off. That engine runs so good. Sound problem? I don't know what the sound problem would be. Everything looks okay on my end. There, that should be better, guys. Sorry about that. Forgot to turn the Wi-Fi off. When I come out to the shop, it tends to buffer. And I forgot to turn it off. I just turned it off now. Turn the fan on. Hold on. There. That turned the exhaust fan on. Run that little bit of fuel out of that. reverse, like it flipped backwards all of a sudden. That's weird. My servo horn just slipped, that's all. I'll fix that. Huh. This is the O'Donnell's zo1B buggy, which is super rare. And I'll just fix this servo horn and then I'll show you guys this buggy. It's really cool. It's you don't see them at all anywhere. And I found it. It was one of those deals where I found it in a back room of a hobby store and been sitting there for ever, and like for 10 years, and I ended up finding it. So, let me fix this. I gotta set my endpoints up. That's awful. Oh, what happened there? That'd be why I did that. Drop these way back. Fix this here first before I mess something up. Perfect. There we go. Fix the steering. I don't know what was wrong. I didn't shouldn't have. Steering a bit. So. Something else I screwed up too when I built it. I gotta flip that servo horn to the other side. Oops. That's okay. I'll fix that after. At least that'll keep that from breaking for now. Hey. Hey, Rob. So, okay. I'll show you guys this buggy. It's super cool. Like I said, you don't see them very often, especially the one in this, because this is brand new basically. So I bought this thing and I built it. So it's very cool. It has really heavy bulkheads. It has dual fuel filters. It's in gorgeous shape. It has the Aero GTR engine in it. It's got a carbon fiber. There's for your transponder, nice big battery box. It really has lots of really big goodies on it. Nice big sway bars. It is a C-Hub car. Um, it's a very nice buggy. I even have, it's hard to see. I'll show you. So there's the box it came in up there. It's pretty unremarkable box, no graphics or nothing. And if you see that little long black box under there, that's actually the factory upgrade box for this thing. So if I want, that box has the entire upgrade kit for this buggy, brand new. Still, I haven't even opened. So it has. I have all the O'Donnell's upgrade kits. That's not even out of the package. So like I said, I was at a hobby store and I picked this thing up, and it was one of those deals where it was sitting in a back room forever and ever and ever. And the guy's like, I got a buggy that's been sitting back here for a long time. Would you be interested in buying it? And I said, well, I don't know, let me see it. So he brings it out, I have a look, and I'm just like, I have to have it. So I took it. And he basically gave it to me at the cost that he paid for it in 2005. Thanks, John, appreciate that. So like I said, I just got to fix this one issue that I see that I did. Like a dumbass. When I put this servo horn together for the steering, I put the bolt on the other side so it actually hits the drive shaft when it makes full lock. And I must have overlooked that step when I put this together. My first clue should have been the fact that I had to put a nut on it. I don't know what I was thinking when I put it together. Right. I don't blame you, Joe. I'm not a huge fan of the Mach 30 either. When you get it to run good, it's a good engine, but my God, is it ever cranky. And it seems to be cranky every time you run it. It's never just a one-off deal, it's every fucking time. Change the batteries in the radio, it's telling me they're low. Hey, SLC. Once I get this fixed, I'll put this off to the side, I'll grab that upgrade kit. You guys want to see it? Pretty cool. I just didn't have the heart to put it on the buggy because I don't really run this much other than, I got a lot of flack even for putting it together because it was brand new. And lots of guys were like, you should have saved it, shouldn't have taken it apart, we should have put it together. And I'm not a fan of that. There we go. That's better. Now it's not hitting anything. There. That's still a little strong for the brakes. I'll probably back that off a smidge. That's better. Don't want the brakes to be too hard. There. Perfect. Okay. Now before I forget, I'll throw these batteries out. There. Yeah, like I said, this is the body for it. It's funny, you know, I painted this because I really like this color and I thought it was kind of cool. And the other day when I was moving my collection back out here to the shop, and it was dark at the time, by the time I was finishing, apparently this is glow in the dark. I didn't realize it. I wondered why it took so many coats to paint this thing. But when I brought it out here in the dark, it actually glows in the dark. And I was flabbergasted. I was like, oh my God, I use glow in the dark paint. And I just thought it was kind of hilarious that I didn't realize that I used glow in the dark paint. There. Try to put this back on the bottom dead center. Man, this thing has tons of pinch. There. Like I said, this thing's never been run on the ground. I put it together. The engine had been broken in another kit, and then I put it in this one, ran it enough to test some things, and that's about it. I basically I haven't driven it. I'd like to drive it this summer, but I don't want to drive it in the wintertime because, my God, it'd be disgusting. So. Yeah, it's a super great buggy. Really well built. Yeah, it's like I said, it's really weird how O'Donnell's did things. So this is the box. Like I said, super. There's no graphics whatsoever, but this was the box, and they threw this in with the buggy. They didn't even know what it was. They just said, "Here, you take this with the buggy." And I said, "Okay." So I priced this out, and this essentially, for the most part, is an entire other buggy in this box. So it's kind of interesting. So it says, dusty. It says includes these newly designed features: front suspension geometry, so it must change the control arms, front arms, caster blocks, steering arms, rear hubs, and more camber, lightweight extended front wheel hubs, lightweight carbon fiber top plate, carbon servo something or other. Scratch through. No analog or no air drag brake springs. An Ackerman steering rack, precision pivot ball, arm mounting system, lightweight chassis, lightweight CVA drive shafts, precision big bore shocks, lightweight large 83 millimeter and 43 millimeter dish wheels, a compact battery box with 2 lids, one for lipo and one for the nickel metal hydrate, compact receiver box, and extra wing. So, and then it's packed in here like, I remember I pulled this out once and it was an absolute bear to put back in. But yeah, so this is, in short, that's what's in this kit. So, you can see it's the majority of a buggy in that kit. And like I said, and they threw this in when I bought it. They were just like, take it, and it goes with the kit. I'm like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then I said, okay. So I took it, and yeah, it was like I said, when I priced this back in the day, this was almost as much as the buggy. So, and I've never bought one. But I gotta bring the box down. You gotta see this. So here's the box that it came in, and so I don't know if you guys will be able to see this nicely, but this is how it was packaged. So it was all in felt, like this. All the individual pieces were all in felt separators, like that. Like that's how the box was assembled. Like, you tell me that's not nice stuff. So, and that's the way this thing was packaged. It was different layers, almost like a box of chocolates. Every different layer had different parts, and then this is the book that was in it. It was pretty neat. Hey, Riggs. You can see how worn this box is. This thing kicked around that hobby store for over 20 years, and before I found it. And it was one of those deals that just like, I didn't have the cash at the time to buy it, but they were like, we'll sell you this one. I was like, fuck it, I'll take it. Are x-rays like that, Pimp? I don't know. That's the one buggy I'm currently missing and I'm still on the hunt for. Yeah, I think you're right off now. I think that's exactly what it was. I think that you bought that little box if you wanted to turn it into a race quality kit. So I built it as it was, and then I left everything in that upgrade kit. And one of these days I'll upgrade that thing, but I basically use that as a, if I break a part, I'll use those parts. So, I'm not sure if everybody saw the tires that Ross sent me, but I got them on that 1/5, and I got that all cleaned up now, and that thing looks like it's cleaned up quite nicely. So now I can order body work for it, and then I can take it for a rip. Right now, with the amount of snow we got, I don't think it would go very far. I'm gonna wait until I at least get a warm spell of some weather, and then crust the top of the snow so I can actually go out and run. But right now, it's just gonna sink into oblivion. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that, Pim. I don't have, like I said, that's the one buggy I'm missing. I'm missing, uh, oh, that sucks, Rock. I'm missing an X-ray, a Sportworks, and, what's the other manufacturer? X-ray, Sportworks. And then obscure ones, Orion, things like that. So I've got just about every buggy other manufacturer you can think of, except for those couple. Yeah, I gotta get one of them eventually. Yeah, I have the sand buggy. Oh, and Siki. Yeah, I don't have a Siki. Yeah, you're right. I know there's a few brands that I don't have, but I've got 40, 42. Is it good now? Not sure what's going on. Okay. Not sure what's going on today, guys. The cell service is kind of shitty today too. I wonder if it was because I answered my watch and it cut the Wi-Fi out for a minute. That could possibly be. Because my watch pairs with my phone, so unless it did, it might have done something screwy like that. Hey, notice. So. And then, next one I gotta fire up. I haven't done this one in a while either, so I figured I better. I like to run them periodically, otherwise they all go, they start to act up sitting, so. This is my other one that I meant to fire up, and I haven't got to lately. This is my Hot Bodies Lightning Stadium truck. This thing is as clean as it comes. I tell you what, it's I bought this from a fella in Edmonton, and I'll tell you what, he took pretty good care of it. He did a hell of a job, kind of fixing it up, and it's all period correct. I've run this one quite a bit actually. It's got the dynamite pipe on it, It's got the axial 32. It's got high-tech servos in it. It has the factory aluminum A-arms. That's the way it came. And it's a great truggy. I'll tell you what, it's heavy for a truggy. It's got the KHZ center brace upgrade. So yeah, it's a nice kit. Like, it's actually solid. It's good. It runs well. It's got the purple hot bodies pieces. Hot bodies seem to always like to do that. Yeah, these are a very solid rig. Like, I'll tell you what, they're heavy, but they're a nice rig, and they're well built. They're like, hot bodies didn't really skimp on these too much. I'll tell you what, they definitely when they built these, they didn't skimp on any oversized anything. The chassis plate's huge, everything's massive. Nice pimp. This one is this is not a two. I think this is an original stadium truck, the original Lightning Stadium. And it's funny because these wheels that it came with, these are the ones that I took the wheels up. I de-glued the wheels, and then had to peel all. They had like gravel in it from like a baseball stadium, so they were right full of that red gravel. And I cleaned them out, and it was just disgusting. So yeah, my Hot Bodies Lightning was all purple. It was the buggy, the one that I actually sent to Northeast Mods. It was all purple. Everything was purple. So yeah, this is basically HPI. So Hot Bodies at that time was in bed with HPI mostly, but this thing really, to me, looks like a low-C. So I don't know if at the time they were in bed with a low-C, but it looks to me like a lot of the pieces are like low-Cs. Oh, there you go, Tim knows. Now this takes 12. Hey, BBT. Didn't see fuel in there. That blue fuel line is such a bitch to get fuel, to see fuel go in. But it's in there now. Night, Joey. Thanks for showing up, buddy. It's funny because I actually was not a fan of my Lightning buggy, but this thing is an animal. wonder if I should set this up on the starter box before I try and fire this up. It doesn't run off the table. We did. That's okay. I wonder if I stole the battery out of it. No. It did. So that one's not very healthy either. Better let me run it on the stand. I don't actually, just Joe. I'd love to know that, to be honest with you. I don't know. That's been sitting up there for about a year. Turn my exhaust fan back on. Hold on. Pretty tight. It's already at 200 degrees. about a quarter of a tank through them once in a while, just to keep everything lubricated. Thought she was loading up and I didn't get to it in time. I oversized the exhaust fan in my garage so it exchanges the air, 100% of the air every 30 seconds in my garage. And so it pulls all the fumes out. I can run stuff in here, I can break shit in, and I don't have to worry about it. I can stay warm that way. I used to run stuff in here, pimp, till it was foggy and you couldn't even see hardly anything. And then I give myself a dirty bronchial infection from the nitro, and I had to put the exhaust fan in. I will say these hot bodies tanks, they'll pull right from the bottom. They'll empty that tank right out to fumes. It's so nice. What happened there? PBT. What did he finally get? I know I don't even let him on my live streams anymore. about that in a second. On the better wheel. Behave for so long, and he falls off the rail. Perfect. Woohoo! Don't. Beautiful. Can't ask for better than that. But I love it when you can watch the line chase its way around, and it'll just run out absolutely perfect. The problem that I have with, and I mean, I hate to speak ill of somebody that's not here on the channel with us, but the problem, I love his enthusiasm. You know, Compass, Only Nitros, Dodger Boy, whatever you want to call him this week. I appreciate his enthusiasm, but he just goes off on some random tangents that's not appreciated and is not supported. I mean, he, as much as you like to give the guy some grace because he's a big advocate for nitros, he just goes too far. And we'll leave it at that. You don't need to be like that. We're all adults in this hobby, which is part of the reason I love it, and we just need to treat people as such. And we're all here to support one another. You know, like we're starting to learn at some point or another, and some people don't have avenues and they have to run electric stuff and they want to run nitro stuff, but they can't because they live in an apartment or they live in somewhere where it's not wanted or acceptable or whatever, and they have to run stuff, and that's okay too. They're still part of the hobby. We all started this. Most of us started in this hobby with shitty little Radio Shack toys and crappy Sears RC cars and stuff like that, and all kind of grew up from there. So don't shit on somebody because they run electric stuff. I don't particularly like that. You know, like, anyway, that's the end of that. We'll leave that alone. Turn my fan back off so it doesn't suck all my heat out. Like I said, man, this is such a great kit. Like I said, I'm normally not the world's biggest hot bodies fan, and they were tied with HPI and everything else that just kind of some of it. No, Lotus, I guess he went kind of had one of his moments on another channel. Well, and then he gets banned and he changes his name again. That's the thing that I find shitty. Does anybody else do like I do for their winter storage? That like take one down, fire it up, or do you just leave them all mothballed? Do you guys want to, does it sound weird on this one? No? Yeah, that's exactly what I do, Pimp. I do the same thing. I try and make it through them, you know, and then run them, bring them back from bottom dead center, maybe put a couple of drops of 3-in-1 in it if I know I'm not going to run it again for a while. But that's, I find generally with the new fuels, you don't even have to do too much. They don't gum up real bad if you plan on running them at all. Yeah, we all have those days, John. Like, I've had those days myself. You know, you get in there and you're like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. Sometimes you're best to just walk away from it for the day because you get so pissed off and so frustrated. And I've bought entire collections from people that's happened to them, and then they've just been like, fuck it. I don't have much more time because I got to go do some other family. So this is my new thing anybody wants to see in particular. Sorry, I forgot to turn the light. Like as far as one of my kits to run today. Did you guys want to see anything run in particular that I haven't run for a long time? Pimp, I know you got just about everything, so. Anything you want to see run in particular today? Look at them tires, raw. Look at that. Any Thunder Tiger MGTs? My Send buggy actually is not running right now. But you want to see an MGT run? You know what? I'm going to take this out and see, because I got to get it dialed in, because this is my snow MGT, the one I run in the snow. I have a part in order for that Send buggy. I don't have much luck with Send, to be honest with you. Ooh, come on. My 7.7 is like that too. It's just a crank. Yeah. This is the one I run in the snow most of the time. So this is actually all original 21. Except for the tires, obviously. Need a different stand. Starter box is not going to cut that one. Did I go all buffery again? Oh, there it is. There. Where is my home? I need my monster truck stand. That's my monster truck stand. You know what, Lotus? I got an entire Send Genesis 7.7 that I'm looking to get rid of as a parts truck. If anybody's interested in one, let me know. I don't want much for it. And I tell you, it was bought originally by a guy, and it was never run. It was only ever turned into parts. So the chassis on it is completely mint, and there's not, like, it's never been run. It's got the engine and everything in it. Somebody stole the head off it. It's got, the chassis doesn't have a friggin' mark on it. So. Yeah, so this one, I've put a lot of time, a lot of running on this one. Mostly, 90% of this one has only ever been run in the snow, believe it or not. And like, I've got some pretty crazy videos in my channel, if you go back a bit, of some snow running with this thing. And it is, with the big Joes on it, it's amazing in the snow. It's amazing. Oh, they still have those in stock? Is that the 7.7 engine, the 0.46 or whatever? I'm gonna throw some fresh shitty double A's in here, because I imagine these have been in here since last winter. I won't even try them. Yeah, I saw those on there ages ago, but I didn't know if they ever, if that was real or if they were actually in stock. I saw your video the other day, Pip, there about the 4-wheel steer one. It's pretty neat. Like I said, man, I have a love-hate relationship with my Send truck. It drives me nuts. Every time I drive that thing, I fucking break it. I just, like, every time. Not once in a while, but every time I drive it, I break it. And it just frustrates the bejesus out of me. It's one of those kits, you know, you just like, you love it and you hate it at the same time. Yeah. Somebody posted on one of the groups the other day about those, and this is the one I think the shape connection on the battery terminals. And they said, what's your least favorite? And I was like, that. Hey, when it runs, it's awesome, but it's like a fucking Harley. You get, it's half the time it doesn't want to run, and then when it does want to run, yeah. Anyway, I won't go on. I love how I never got that before. The radio inside of it even says Thunder Tiger. It's funny because I sold that one of mine to John, the Nitro Addiction, and John has about the same luck with it as I did. It's just constantly broken. Should fix this radio one of these days. Properly. It's the way this radio came. Didn't even work today. Oh. Oh, because I'm running it without a radio. I'll fix that later. Yeah, like I said, I just find that that particular one for me doesn't, it drives me nuts. I know how it works, and I have all the manuals, and I have all the books, and I can get it running, and I love the look of it. Great truck that way. Just for me, not one of my favorites. Everybody has those, right? We all love the same thing, it'd be pretty boring. Right? Yeah, Lotus, I know this radio usually is good, but it has one really bad connection in it. And it's on one of the battery terminals. Somebody did some jury rigging in it ages ago. And usually it works pretty decent, but it's I noticed that a lot of the batteries are very loose in here, so I got to go through, do some resoldering and fix some stuff. Usually doesn't cause me any grief, but oh well, I'll fix it later. Either that or I'll upgrade it. I got a couple of spare Spectrum radios that I can upgrade it to. Yeah, exactly. They're it's just a Venturi. I spent a lot of time as a small engine mechanic as well, so carburetors for me are pretty second nature. You know, I find these Big Joe wheels pretty much suck on most things. They seem to be really great on an MGT. Definitely no good on a T-Max. Uh-oh, there it is. Kind of figured that was going to happen. I haven't done it for a while. A little gooey. One holds a nice idle. Nowhere near as clean as some of them ones that Pimp has, but it's pretty good. It even has the AE servos in it. I didn't hear a lean bog BBT. Maybe it did. I didn't hear one, but when I get it out and start running it some more, I'll have to tune it depending on the temperature. Kind of in between. It's all original, but it's pretty farm fresh too. This one's a good runner. I like it just like this. got about 3 feet in the last 4 days, Lotus. Yeah, it's 20 degrees Celsius in here. So the tune will go completely out the window when I put it outside. Perfect. 248. Show you guys when this runs out how much snow we've got in the last little bit. Nothing in the tank. It's running off that primer ball. There she goes. Yeah, fuck. There. Okay. Whew. I'll let that run for a minute while I show you guys the snow. So like, there was no snow last week. Now we have shitloads of snow everywhere. The mountains are pretty though. Yeah, that's all fallen in a week. So this thing should be fun in the snow though. I figured out my radio problem while I was pissing around there. I had a bad battery in it. It was getting very hot. It's a beautiful place to live here, I will say that. But it's a really great place in the way that it's kind of one of the last places where, you know, nobody gets in your face about running a nitro or any of that stuff, right? Everybody's pretty good about it. Nobody's been out of shape or upset. You're still legally allowed to run dirt bikes up and down the road. You know, nobody. So we run our dirt bikes and quads and snowmobiles right to the trails. So it's great that way. I need to make a space. Who went back? Man, I am jealous though. I'm seriously thinking of going somewhere warm this year. I'd love to go golfing in like Arizona or something like that. Just to get away from the snow. You get sick of it, you know. That's cool. Canada's not so good about firearms, I will say that. No sense of humor here when it comes to that shit. A lot of hunters though. We have a lot of hunters. Well, we have a lot of wildlife everywhere. I remember a couple of years ago, I had a bear in the garage with me. working on the car, and I hear this snorting, and I thought it was my bulldog. And I crawl out from underneath the car, and it's a bear looking at me in the face. That wasn't fun. Let's see now. Why is this not working out? There we go. There. This will be good to go now. Steering stuff's a little slow, but it actually works really well in the snow. So I don't mind that being a little slower. There. I managed to fix this radio so I don't have to hit it. Turns on and off. Perfect. Just had a bad connection in the batteries inside. I fixed that. Yeah, we get, the one that was in my yard is funny because it was actually, the one that came in my garage with me, was actually a white spirit bear that showed up in here. And actually the conservation guys grabbed it and trapped it and ended up putting it in the zoo in Calgary now, which is kind of neat. You want a gay bear? There, this one's pretty much ready to go. I wonder what I did to the body right there. That's something. There. So she's pretty much ready to rock now. Yeah, we get massive grizzlies here for the most part. They'll be like 1,000-pound bears. They're not something you want to cross. We have so much wildlife here. One time I had a moose that I got caught on the camera that was licking my doorbell camera. Come on over. Come on over. We'll go shoot some stuff. But on that note, fellas, I think I'm going to call her. Appreciate everybody coming in today. All you fellas, I appreciate the interaction. The chat was fantastic and very respectful today. I do appreciate that. Everybody have a great rest of your week. I look forward to all of your videos all the time. I track them down as much as I can. Raw, Pimp, all you guys, and Hybrid and Joey, and Joe put a new video out today, so if anybody's kicking around this evening having a whiskey or something, make sure you check it out. And then I'll you two off now. I haven't seen one of your videos for a while, buddy, but I look forward to it. I seen BBT put out a video, so everybody check out everybody's stuff, and then I'll be back again Sunday. Because fortunately it's after Christmas, and then we can hang out again. And if anybody has any ideas on anything you want to see run, hopefully the snow crusts up a bit and we can get out and have some fun with this thing. And then we can we can have some fun. If you see of something or think of something you want me to run or showcase, let me know. All right, everybody, take care. Merry Christmas. Love to all your families, and everybody take care. Oh, maybe Lotus with some paddle tires. There you go. Have a good one, everybody.